kiddo.
What are you doing?
Just having a little drink before my car picks me up.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to join Diddy. He's doing that. Rick Ross is doing a little concert this afternoon.
Really? Why do you care to go to this?
Because I was invited and I think it would be fun.
When are you gonna act your own age? This like rap crew, like Rick Ross and Diddy. Do you think this is like your crowd?
I know a thing or two about rap music.
Who is the boss?
Me.
No.
What if I told you that Kanye West, P. Diddy, and Kim Kardashian are caught up in a scandal so shocking it could upend the music and celebrity world as we know it? Drugging accusations, dark secrets, and a world of privilege where boundaries barely exist? Welcome to a story that's more twisted than you've ever imagined. Let's unpack this tangled web, and trust me, you'll want to hold on tight. This all began with a woman named Lauren Pihota, who filmed a damning lawsuit against Kanye West that's now sending shockwaves through Hollywood. Lauren first came forward in June 2022, but her updated claims, just released last Friday, are making headlines for a reason. According to her, what she endured at a party hosted by Kanye and P. Diddy was nothing short of a nightmare. Picture this: a glitzy, glamorous party that's at a studio in Santa Monica, where Kanye allegedly declared that everyone must drink to stay. Lauren recalls being handed a drink by Kanye himself, but what should have been a simple cocktail spiraled into a waking horror. Lauren remembers sipping that drink and then darkness. She felt disoriented, helpless, and completely out of control. You know that feeling when you're on a roller coaster but you can't get off? Imagine that, multiplied by terror. The next day, she woke up shattered and confused, thinking she had barely escaped, but years later, Kanye himself would change that narrative, and when he did, it flipped her world upside down. Fast forward to an explosive conversation years later, and Lauren gets the shock of her life. Kanye, reportedly furious about rumors of an affair, casually tells her they hooked up that night. Lauren was horrified. It dawned on her she hadn't just been drugged. According to the lawsuit, Kanye even laughed about it, saying, "Women love to say they don't remember. If you're feeling sick to your stomach, trust me, you're not alone." This revelation left Lauren shaken and confirmed her worst fear. Her memory of that night wasn't missing because of a wild party, it was wiped clean by something far more sinister. Her courage in coming forward showing just how broken the system is when it comes to protecting victims of power abuse. The lawsuit goes beyond that harrowing night, painting Kanye as a master manipulator who weaponized his fame to prey on women. We're talking about a man who allegedly had mattresses set up in his studio's changing rooms for personal encounters. Kanye's bizarre behavior, from pressuring women into uncomfortable scenarios to broadcasting his fetishes to employees, has shocked even those familiar with the chaos of celebrity life. And get this, he allegedly used business relationships with Adidas and Gap to secure work visas for women, only to manipulate and trap them in his orbit. We're not talking about a few isolated incidents. This was an orchestrated pattern of power and control that thrived in Hollywood's silence. One of the most unsettling allegations is that Kanye trafficked women, using his powerful connections to cover his tracks. These women were given fake job titles, NDA contracts, and false promises of opportunities. According to the lawsuit, Kanye treated these women as leverage, gifting them to business partners like commodities. It's almost as if these women became a currency to buy influence. The implications are staggering. If true, this isn't just a case of celebrity misbehavior. It's a blueprint for abuse in the highest echelons of fame. And then there's P. Diddy. While he isn't accused of any direct involvement, the studio where these events unfolded was, according to Lauren, a playground for the rich and famous to indulge their darkest desires. It raises a disturbing question. How much did people know, and why did nobody speak up? It's worth considering the enablers, the people who kept silent, the security teams that turned a blind eye, the assistants who stayed silent. In Hollywood, money talks and silence can be bought. How many careers were ruined or threatened to protect these powerful men? We've heard about the culture of silence in Hollywood before, but every new case forces us to confront how deep this darkness runs. And let's not forget Kanye's penchant for pushing boundaries. Remember his extravagant Yeezy fashion shows or his shocking statements about everything from politics to race? Those headline-grabbing antics often overshadow more troubling aspects of his character. But this time, it's different. These allegations aren't about provocative opinions. They're about systematic abuse. And speaking of systematic, the accusations don't stop with Kanye. P. Diddy's world has always been one of wealth, power, and secrecy. While his involvement isn't confirmed, the fact that his name keeps coming up shows just how intertwined these celebrity networks are. Now, no scandal involving Kanye could be complete without the Kardashian family getting a mention. Although Kim Kardashian is not directly accused of anything, her name comes up in relation to Kanye's behavior. The lawsuit claims Kanye used Lauren's attempt to clear up affair rumors as a manipulation tool. It's a situation that highlights how interconnected and messy these celebrity worlds really are. The Kardashians have a brand to protect, and their lawyers are probably working overtime to distance the family from this lawsuit. But when your ex-husband is accused of orchestrating something so horrifying, it's a PR nightmare. It forces us to wonder, even if you're not directly involved, how much responsibility do you bear for the actions of the people you once loved? But let's also talk about Kanye's defenders. His team is firing back, labeling the allegations as an obnoxious money grab. They've criticized Lauren for what they claim is an attempt to extort Kanye, and they argue that her stories are full of inconsistencies. However, the public's opinion is far more divided. Some people still see Kanye as a misunderstood genius, a victim of his own mental struggles, while others believe that this is the final nail in the coffin of his legacy. Now, let's discuss Kanye's mental health. He's been open about his struggles with bipolar disorder, which some fans cite as a defense. They argue that his erratic behavior is a product of his illness. But where do we draw the line between genuine mental health struggles and abusive behavior? The lawsuit accuses Kanye of premeditated actions, not impulsive outbursts, and the distinction could be crucial in how this case unfolds. If the allegations are proven, it won't matter what state of mind he was in. The intent was there, and the damage is real. It's a conversation that opens up broader questions. How should we treat celebrities who are mentally unwell but also responsible for harmful actions? Can we hold both truths, that someone is struggling but they're also dangerous, without letting them off the hook? It's a moral labyrinth, and there are no easy answers. But what we do know is that this case isn't just about Kanye, it's about a culture that allows men like him to get away with too much for too long. And if you think this case can't get more complex, think about the ripple effect on Kanye's partnership. Brands like Adidas and Gap are probably scrambling to figure out their next moves. When the allegations broke, Adidas had already faced criticism for maintaining a relationship with Kanye despite his controversial statements in the past. Now, with these horrifying new claims, they're at risk of a massive PR crisis. It raises the question, are these brands complicit for turning a blind eye, or were they genuinely unaware? Let's zoom out even further. The real horror of this story isn't just about one night or one victim. It's a window into a culture of silence and complicity. How many powerful figures knew something was wrong but stayed quiet because of Kanye's influence? How many women have stories that will never be told because of ironclad NDAs or the fear of retribution? And it makes you wonder, if these allegations are true, how many other big names are complicit? Hollywood is a world where power dynamics rule, and this case could open the floodgates for more victims to come forward. Every time a case like this breaks, it chips away at the facade of glitz and glamour, exposing the rot underneath. It's a gut-wrenching reminder that fame doesn't protect you, it often makes you more vulnerable. And as Lauren Pihota's case unfolds, it might be the catalyst that empowers more victims to step forward. Maybe, just maybe, we're reaching a point where these predators will finally be held accountable. Or will we see another cycle of apologies, settlements, and faded headlines? So what's next? Will Kanye face real consequences, or will this story fade like so many others? And how will P. Diddy and Kim Kardashian handle being pulled into this web of accusations? It's a scandal that could change the landscape of celebrity culture depending on what comes next. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Lauren's story, or do you think there's more to this? As always, if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content that breaks down the stories behind the headlines. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning the world around you.